This is a 1958 BMW 503. What, you've never heard of that? They made a total of 431, of which only 139 were cabriolets, convertibles like this one. This car, BMW spent so much money on this car back in the 50s that it almost put them out of business. It was never a profitable car, but it really showed off some of BMW's capabilities. And we'll show you in a minute, it was really very far ahead of its time. We're in the interior now, and we'll show off a couple of things that really weren't that common back in the day. So our car here, it's a cabriolet. Who needs to struggle lifting a top by hand? You can get a car in power time. Up and down. Beautiful, really easy, just a touch of a button. Connects to the windshield and locks itself in. Another thing we've got here are power windows. Again, which some cars had back in the day, but this was still still considered a real luxury item. Just push the button, it goes up. Push the button, it goes down. What a concept. Being unique though, this car is not without some of its idiosyncrasies. For example, here's the ignition switch. Under the dash, you kind of feel that BMW probably spent so much time and so much money designing everything else. And somewhere towards the end, somebody thought, wait a minute, how are we going to turn this thing on? And so they stuck an ignition switch down there. Maybe that's not how the story went, but I think that's more interesting and entertaining. You can see again, one of the advances that BMW had back in the 50s was they had the good foresight to put a phone holder on the dashboard. I mean, how that, Nostradamus never came close to anything like that. Let's move on. Let's take a look under the hood. All right, we're taking a look under the hood of our BMW 503. This is an all aluminum V8, 3.2 horsepower, 3.2 liters, 140 horsepower. All aluminum V8, 1958. Wow. Again, though, we talked about some of the unique idiosyncrasies, if you will, of this car. This is a fantastic one. Carbureted, twin carburetors. But back in the day, these things leaked so much that BMW put in a very creative solution. Under the carburetor is a little tray or a pan that they developed, along with a hose that goes back to the return line for the gas tank. That, believe it or not, was BMW's solution to carburetor leakage. Again, very unique. I'm not sure that would work today, but back in the day, that was an acceptable solution.